So I'm gonna start with a slip knot. So I'm gonna make 2 incomplete double crochet joined together and join all together, chain 1, and again 2 incomplete double crochet joined together, join them all, and this is my first V-stitch. So I've got a chain 3 for closing of the row and a V-stitch. Now the shaping of the granny triangle, I'm gonna chain 2 and repeat another V-stitch in the same chain. So 2 incomplete double crochet, I'll join them together and chain 1 and 2 more incomplete double crochet, which I will join together to form the cluster V-stitch. And here I've got my first row of the granny triangle. Now I'm gonna chain 3 and I'll turn. I've got the chain 1 space of my cluster V-stitch. I'm gonna work 2 cluster V-stitches inside this chain 1 space. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2 incomplete double crochet, chain 1 and continue. 2 incomplete double crochet to form the first cluster V-stitch. And again in the same space we repeat the same cluster V-stitch. So this is what's gonna happen in every row, beginning of the row. We're always gonna have a double cluster V-stitch in the first chain 1 space to make the granny triangle bigger and to achieve the width we want of any given project. Now in the chain 2 space I'm gonna make a cluster V-stitch, chain 2, cluster V-stitch. Every row will be the same. Chain 2, another cluster V-stitch. Like so. And now in the last chain 1 space of the previous cluster V-stitch, I'm gonna make 1 single cluster V-stitch. And I've got the chain 3 space, I'm gonna make 1 double crochet just to keep the work straight. Chain 3, and again like we said, I'm gonna make 2 cluster V-stitches in the chain 1 space of the previous cluster V-stitch. One, and 2. And then I've got a new cluster V-stitch here, chain 1 space, I'm gonna make 1 single cluster. And again in the chain 2 space, I'm gonna make a cluster V-stitch, chain 2, cluster V-stitch. and I've got the chain 1 space over here. I'm gonna make 1 cluster V-stitch. And continue to the next one. And the last one, which is over here. Single cluster V-stitch. And we finish as always with a double crochet in the chain 3 space. So all you need to do throughout is the beginning of the row, which will be this side now, is 2 cluster V-stitches in the first chain 1 space of the previous cluster V-stitch, and then a single cluster V-stitch in the rest of the chain 1 spaces of the double V-stitches, and then in the corner cluster V-stitch, chain 2 cluster V-stitch. You can make as many rows as you want, depending, like I said, of your given project. And that's the only thing you need to know. Really easy pattern and straightforward. You always end the row with the double crochet in the chain 3 space, and you start with chaining 3, just to keep it straight this way. So I hope you liked this easy tutorial and found it easy to follow. Let me know what you think, and as always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to leave it in the comment section. Until next time, take care, bye bye.